Peter did not fall in one night. He drifted slowly, quietly, almost invisibly. And maybe that is what makes his story terrifying. Because most people do not wake up one day and decide to walk away from God. They just stop paying attention to the distance. One compromise, one distraction, one silent moment at a time. Until eventually, they look up and realize they are standing far from the fire they once loved. Peter sounded strong in public, certain, unshakable. When Jesus warned the disciples that they would scatter, Peter answered first, "Even if everyone else leaves you, I never will." It sounded noble, passionate, faithful, but confidence spoken in bright rooms means very little when the night gets cold, because there is a version of ourselves we show people, and another version that appears when nobody is watching. The version on the platform, and the version behind the curtain. The dangerous part is this. Peter did not know he was drifting. That is how drifting works. Nobody notices it immediately. Not the people around you. Sometimes, not even you. You still attend church, still know the songs, still say the right things. But somewhere deep inside, your heart has started living far away from God. Some people leave God loudly, most leave quietly. Peter followed Jesus from a distance, not because he stopped caring, but because fear had entered the room, and fear changes people. Soon, Peter found himself standing beside a different fire, not the fire of God's presence, the fire of the world. A fire built on comfort, acceptance, survival. The kind of fire that warms your hands, while slowly freezing your soul. Then came the questions. Weren't you with him? And Peter denied him. Once, twice, 3 times. Notice this carefully. Peter did not deny Jesus in front of enemies. He denied him around ordinary people. Which means the greatest threat to your faith may not be persecution. It may be the quiet pressure to fit in, to stay comfortable, to avoid looking different. Some people deny God loudly. Most deny him quietly, by building a life that no longer truly needs him. A prayerless life, a distracted life, a divided heart, and eventually, the distance becomes denial. And suddenly, the noise disappeared. One sound, one moment, one terrifying realization. Peter remembered, not just a warning, the distance, the drift, the person he was becoming. Conviction feels painful, but conviction is not cruelty. It is mercy, because one of the most dangerous things that can happen to a human soul is reaching the point where sin no longer bothers them. The rooster was not heaven humiliating Peter. It was heaven waking him up. And maybe some people listening right now have heard the rooster too. Not audibly, but internally. That moment where you realize you are no longer who you used to be. When was the last time your soul became quiet enough to hear the rooster? After the failure, Peter went back to fishing, back to what he understood, back to the old life. Because failure has a way of convincing people that they are disqualified, and maybe that feeling is familiar. You fail, you drift, you compromise. Then shame whispers, there is no way back now. But the gospel has always been the story of God walking towards broken people. And on the shoreline that morning, Jesus was waiting, not with anger, not with humiliation, not with a speech, with breakfast. That detail matters, because it reveals the heart of God. Peter expected rejection, but found mercy. He expected punishment, but found a fire prepared by Jesus himself. Not the fire of the world, a different fire, a holy fire, a restoring fire. And maybe the reason this story survives thousands of years later is because so many people know what it feels like to fail God and desperately hope he still wants them back. Jesus asked Peter one question: "Do you love me?" Then he asked it again and again. 3 questions, one for every denial, not to shame Peter, but to restore him. Because Jesus was not only healing Peter's actions, he was healing Peter's heart. And maybe that is the question beneath all the noise in our lives. Not how religious we appear, not how impressive we sound, not how perfect we pretend to be. Just this: do you love me? Because real restoration begins when honesty replaces performance, when secret sin is replaced with secret devotion, when the soul stops hiding. Peter finally understood something. Faith is not built on pretending to be strong. It is built on surrender. Father, I have been standing by the wrong fire, like Peter. I let the coldness of this world slowly pull me away from you. I spoke words of faith publicly while privately drifting. And somewhere along the way, I stopped noticing the distance. Today, I confess the quiet compromises, the distractions, the silence, the spiritual exhaustion, the hidden places where my heart slowly wandered. I am tired of empty waters, tired of running, tired of pretending. But Lord, I believe you are still standing on the shoreline, still calling, still waiting, not with condemnation, but with mercy. So today, I step out of my old patterns. I step out of shame. I step out of fear. And I return home. Jesus, you know all things. You know I love you. Even in my weakness, even in my drifting, wash away the soot of the world's fire. Reignite my first love. Teach me how to walk with you again. Not in my own strength, but by your grace, I am yours. And I am coming home. Amen. Peter's failure was not the end of his story. It was the death of his pride and the beginning of real faith. Because broken people who return to God often become the people most capable of helping others return too. And the same man who once denied Jesus beside a fire would later stand boldly before nations, not because he became perfect, but because grace rebuilt him. Maybe that is what the rooster was always meant to do. Not destroy you, wake you up, and maybe it is not too late to come home.